What up, people? This is how my crazy ambient R&B loops for Drake. Let's get right to it. Alright, so first I'm gonna play this joint for y'all so y'all can hear it one time. Mmm. Mmm. Damn. So yeah, let me get into how I lay the joint down. First of all, I'm gonna show you the sound I use for these keys. This is the filtered felt keys from Kavi's Melody Mastery Kit. Yeah, a little one shot. So this is in the key of F minor, and right here I used a 17656 for the first half of this slow progression, and then I used a 17654 for the second half. So I changed this little last chord to add some variation, you know. But yeah, they're just 9 chords, love 9 chords, make it more luxurious. Again, this minor and major correlation right here just sounds really good. And to add a little more variation, I took out the top note of this first chord right here. So yeah, that has variation. Yeah, I love adding variations to the second half of the progression. It's just like, I don't know, makes it less monotonous. But after that, that was really all the main chords. Just have the root notes and the bass notes, the chords. And then I strummed it all, as you can see, bam, strummed it a little bit. And I randomized the velocities. Boom. Yeah, so that is the main chords. And I'll show you guys the pads next. So this pad, go-to sign pad from Kavi's Ambient RnB. I use this kit a lot, so. But yeah, I just copied the same chords, took out the bass notes, and then these top notes, I just inverted the third note from the top in all the chords. Oh shoot. Yeah. The third note from the top. It's not always the fifth, so I just call the third note from the top, but yeah, inverted that to make him have different chord voicings. So same chords, but it adds a variation with the chords as well. Beautiful pad. And this pad added a synth pad. Synth Factory one shot. Kavi's Melody Mastery Kit. Yeah. So this one, same chords as the pad, except instead of the third note from the top, it's the second note from the top. So add another, again, some variation with the chord voicings. I pulled out Analog Lab for the bass, and I got a Kavi's Clean R&B sub bass preset from his Ambient RnB Analog Lab preset bank. So basically just copy the root notes, left a little space here, add some variation. And then just add some transition notes here. I love doing this with like my bass, like I do that and I do it going down too a lot, like do 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 do. I like that. Yeah, so I'll go to the melody now. Okay, we'll play the main chords of the melody. But this main melody is the same sound, the same filter felt keys for this melody. So yeah, I love doing like these patterns are going like down and going up. I love having them like making them what's the word? Kind of like counteract each other. I don't know, if I do a transition notes going into the next 4 bars of the loop going like up, then I'm gonna mess around with some transition notes in the middle, like after these 2 bars going down, if that makes any sense. If I do a little pattern in the middle of my 4 bar loop going up, then I kind of want to, at the end of the 4 bar loop, doing the opposite, just add some variation. And then just switch it up too. I don't really, sometimes I could just copy and paste it, but this one I kind of switched it up, as you can see. Counter melody, I'll play both these. So this one I use a different sound. My Fallen Angel one shot from Kavi's Melody Mastery Kit. Beautiful, super airy. I'll just play that one. This one I kind of made the notes drawn out more. Added like hella reverb. I'll show you guys how I mixed it, but I think I love just stacking like simple melodies on top of each other. And then yeah, I got this it's a synth phrase. Yeah, synth phrase. Kavi's Melody Mastery Kit. Just adds more melodics. Mm. Mm. See all those melodies played together? It's beautiful. Mm. Yeah. And so got a vocal from I believe Kavi's Melody Master Kid as well. Mm. And then B section, I made it pitched up an octave. I'll show you guys how I mixed it right now. But and I also did a drowned out version of the vocal as well. Mm. I don't know how well you guys can hear that one, but show you guys how I mixed everything now. The main chords and the main melody. So here we are. So basically, got a Valhalla Vintage Verb. Oh, set it at 35% mix. The EQ, cut out some lows, ducking the low mids at 150. Cut out lows for 150. And rolling out some highs. This one I didn't pan it at all, and it's set in stereo at 25%. I mix it rack. Counter melody. So this counter melody, I got this free delay 3 acting as like a cutting off the high end. I like doing this since it adds kind of like a more warped, a little more muzzled, cutting off the highs. Whereas if I use an EQ just sounds like it's just dumbing it down. But this adds a little bit of like a warped feel to it. So just cutting off the highs with this free delay 3. Valhalla Vintage Verb at 44% mix. Cool. And then EQ, cutting out some lows, really ain't doing nothing. Cut out some low mids at 250, then rolling out some highs with this EQ. The counter melody lead, panned 15% to the left, and didn't set it stereo. So my first pad, got a 45% mix on my Valhalla Vintage Verb. Fruity parametric EQ, taking out lows at 160, and then ducking some low mids at 250, and then rolling out some highs. Got it pan 25% to the left, and set it stereo at 25% as well. My second pad. 50% mix of Valhalla Vintage Verb. Cool. And an EQ cutting lows at 151, and then ducking low mids at 250, and cut off a lot of highs pretty aggressively. This one's panned 25% to the left, set it stereo at 25%. So I got both my pads panned different ways just to make the mix more spacious. Now my bass mix. Got some Valhalla Vintage Verb, 14%. I got my EQ, cut out some low lows from like a 20 hertz cut. Ducking low mids at 250 hertz, and then rolling off some highs. And this one's set fully at mono, 100% and not panned at all. We'll go to this one, man. Yeah, this is my synth phrase. Again, I added this little warped high end cutoff with the Fruity Delay 3. You just set the time knob all the way down, level all the way down, dry knob all the way down. Just mess with this cutoff. Yeah, just muzzles it. Valhalla Vintage Verb, set at 30%. Fruity parametric EQ, didn't cut out any lows, ducked low mids at 250 and cut off highs pretty aggressively. And yeah, didn't really mess with the panning or stereo separation. And then oh, I didn't show you how the counter melody, or like got a little second melody, only for variation at this one part right here. Got another melody. I'll play it with the pad. So for this melody, I have this Fruity Delay 3 cut off again. I got this Valhalla Vintage Verb set at 50%. Then this Fruity EQ cutting off the lows again. Ducking low mids at 250 hertz. I believe that's kind of a bigger cut than usual. Yeah, and then I did muzzle the piano for a couple sections, different sections. So this one, I'll show you guys. I bounced this to audio. I believe these two with the melody right here. And I made it this. So what I did is I bounced the audio and added decimal, kind of just taking out a lot of the highs. It's a big crusher, so it just completely takes out the high end. Made a cut at 2500 hertz. Yeah, 2500 hertz with the MPC 60 preset and decimal. Gotta make sure that both these knobs are on and this preamp turned all the way down. I had this knob up for the longest time and it just sounded so bad, but yeah. After that, I added a fruity reverb too, at 25% mix in the wet knob. Added EQ, cutting out some of the lows, and then kind of low mids at 250, boosting some highs as well. This EQ is just to control the volume knob. Got it panned 25% to the left, and stereo separated at 25%. But yeah, and then I'll show you how I mix the vocals. So the main vocal, catchy as hell. Basically, got an RC20, a magnitude transition 2 preset. This one I have it set at 25% mix in the mixer rack, because it acts as a muzzler kind of. This one is my kind of what I use to muzzle it. Beautiful. I had a cut at a 15.5, 15.5, yeah, 15,500 hertz cut with the MPC 60 preset. That's kind of what it is. Beautiful. But yeah, decimal after the RC20. Then I have Valhalla Vintage Verb, set at 34% mix. Got a, oh, we can't even see waves. Waves H delay, just a little bit though. Set at a half bar and ping pong mode turned on. This one is, that waves H delay is set at a 50% mix in my mixer rack, so it's not over here like all the way. And then I have an EQ cutting out some lows, barely. Then ducking some low mids at 250 hertz and boosting some highs. So that is my main effect chain for the main vocal, and then I bounced all that to audio, and I pitched it up an octave for my B section. And then with all those effects already with the bounce to audio, I did also add another decimal cut, but a little more aggressive. Same MPC 60 preset with an 11,000 hertz cut. Then I have Valhalla Vintage Verb on top of that one at 20%. Then I have an EQ, I believe it's the same exact EQ as the other vocal, just to make sure that like these are the frequencies that we're hearing. But yeah, same low cut, 250 low mid cut, boosting some highs. And I used that same original bounced out vocal, and I made this version kind of like a drowned out version. So with the original bounced out, if you guys can barely hear it, I'll turn it up a little bit. Yeah, so I have the same MPC 60 preset on decimal, but this one is a cut around like 3,500 hertz, so very aggressive. Then I have Valhalla Vintage Verb, 30% mix. Cool. And it waves H delay, but same half bar ping pong mode, but this one in my effect rack is set at 100% mix. I have shaper box. It's kind of the sauce. You hear it like, if you hear like kind of skippy, it's because I mess with the volume in the shaper box, and then I have this side chain. So side chain 1 preset in the volume, and then I have it set on half a bar. And yeah, it's pretty cool. This is just the shape. It does. I don't see why it's not. The audio form's not going through, but yeah, it just like skips. Oh, you can kind of see it, like the white going through. But yeah, it just skips like the beginning every quarter bar. I have an EQ cutting out or lowering a lot of the lows, ducking the low mids a lot, 250 hertz, and boosting some highs. That's my drowned out vocal. And then for my arrangement for this joint, got the main piano and 2 main melodies. Got both pads. Got this little synth run as well, a little synth melody. And you got the main vocal. And I forgot to explain this. I have a low cut bus, if you guys can see it. This low cut bus. And so for this one, I automated it to where all the instruments still have their low end, but when the bass comes in, the low end gets taken out. So that's all this little thing is. Automated the low end cut. Saw one of my friends, shout out Pablo So Hard. He put me on it. That shit was raw. But yeah, in this I automated the delay on my counter melody. So this one, automated some delay. Yeah, so it's just gonna make, so I use free delay 3 for this. Yeah, it's just gonna take out the delay kind of right here and then make it more prominent. If you guys can hear that, it's like dun, dun, dun. And then make it less prominent just to add some variation. But yeah, whenever the counter melody comes in, and for this melody right here as well when I take everything out. But yeah, as I was saying, so that was the first section. In my second section, I have the filtered piano. Then I added the bass, added a perk loop as well, and made the vocal chain. I'm sorry, made the vocal sample pitch to octave. So you hear it right now when it comes in. I kept both the pads. So for this third section, took out actually all the main piano and 2 main melodies, switched it for just a different melody with a different sound, kept both the pads and the bass, kept the perk loop, took out the vocal, and it kept the little synth melody as well. Damn. Yeah, that melody is just to add some variation. The fourth section, I brought back the little muzzle piano, took out all, I'm sorry, left out the main counter melody, left both the pads in, took the bass out, let this little synth melody in, took out the perk loop, and brought in the filtered out vocal. So I think it's a little loud though. I didn't turn it back down. So let me turn it down. But yeah, drowned out vocal for that one. And this last section brought back the original piano with the 2 main melodies, brought back the bass, and left the pads out, left the vocal out, left the perk loop out, even took out the little background texture, and pretty bare bones. But yeah, again, left out this little synth run. At the beginning of every 8 bars, I have these little chimes. At the end and beginning, I have these little ear candies right here. Yeah, I have some textures in the background as well. But yeah, that is the loop, y'all. And I'm gonna let y'all hear the finished product. Pretty proud of it. Yeah, here we go. So yeah, y'all get it. Appreciate y'all for rocking me in this video. If y'all like what you saw, hit that subscribe button down below. Make sure to hit that Discord link too. Let it have you in that server. And appreciate y'all again. Much love.